Yeah, so the question is, between ebooks and your free blog, how do you decide what to put on the free side and what to charge for? Do you hold back on some stuff and make people pay for that? My answer is, I try and give everything away. If you're holding back your most valuable stuff, you're going to do a disservice to yourself and your blog and your readers. Your readers aren't going to be getting your best stuff. But more importantly, the people who are out there looking for really good stuff aren't going to get it because you're not giving it to them. And so you're going to give them your B game, the stuff that's only partly good, and that's what they're going to see when they come to your blog. That's your first opportunity to grab them and show them how amazing you are. And so if you're only giving them your B game, I don't know, is that Americanism? I don't know. Is it? You get it. Anyway, if you're only giving them your second-rate stuff, and they come to your blog and say, okay, is this person interesting? Is this person useful? And they see your second-rate stuff, they're going to say, okay, they only have second-rate stuff. So give them your best stuff. And so how do you charge for an ebook or other product? When I said ebooks, that was only how I started. I actually mean all kinds of digital products. But anyway, how do you charge for something in an ebook when you've already given away your best stuff? And the answer is that I take my best stuff and I see if I can give away anything deeper that I've forgotten to give away for free. And I also ask people what questions they have that I didn't answer in my blog. And so sometimes, like say I did one recently on how to quit procrastinating. And so I had already written a bunch of articles on procrastinating, which I thought were my best stuff. But I asked people, what are your problems when it comes to procrastinating? And they gave me a whole list of questions, and I started answering those. And I realized that there's a lot of stuff that I left out. So even if you give away your best stuff, you're going to figure out that you've actually forgotten some of your best stuff. And I think a lot of us are like that. We've done something so often that we don't realize what the problems were that we faced when we first started. You know, whatever your job is, if you've done it for 5 to 10 years, you've forgotten the stupid questions that you had when you first started because you don't know what's going on. And most people are like that. They have those stupid questions and you've gone way beyond that. So I think answering the stupid questions is really important. All right. Any other questions? Yes.
How did you figure out what your core offering was? Did it take you time to figure out what you were?
Yeah. So how do I figure out my core message on Zen Habits? And did I know that from the beginning? And the answer is I had no idea from the beginning. Like I said, when I first started, I just wanted to journal what I've been doing and share that with others and maybe get some feedback from a community of people who were doing what I was doing, or who wanted to do what I was doing. And so I had no idea. The name Zen Habits, by the way, I'm not a Zen master, despite the shaved head. I'm not a Zen monk or anything like that. I came up with it because for me, it was a reminder for me. Zen to me meant simplicity and living in the moment. And I've done a little bit of Zen meditating, but I didn't know that much about it. So I did it just as a way to remind myself to be present. So the name was a combination of the Zen part and then the habits that I've been trying to change. It was just a way to remind me of what I thought was important in my story and my journey. So that's what Zen Habits was. But I realized later, as I was writing and as I realized what people were responding to, people really responded to the simplicity, the message of simplicity throughout everything that I was doing. I was blogging about a whole range of things, from changing your habits to productivity to waking earlier to raising a family and personal finances, all of that stuff. And I realized that the thread that ran through it all was simplicity. I tried to talk about simple productivity, simple finances, simple family life. And that was the thing that was what I was really about, even though I didn't know it at the beginning. It took a while of experimenting and then starting to listen to my readers to figure that out. So I think I'm still figuring it out. But it's an ongoing conversation between you and your readers. I think that's what blogging really is a conversation between a bunch of people. There's a bunch of bloggers like all of you, and the readers of the bloggers as well. So you need to, you're not just on a soapbox yelling out to people. You're having a conversation with them. You need to listen to them as well. What are they interested in? What do they respond to in your story and in your content? And in fact, that's actually something I forgot to say was, I talked about becoming a full-time blogger and building a large audience and monetizing. But the thing that I really wanted to share with you guys is not that blogging can be a full-time job and that you can get 200,000 readers. It's that it's really the most rewarding thing that I've done in so many ways. That conversation that I've had with readers, the feedback that I've gotten from readers, if people tell me that I've changed their life in some way that I could never have imagined when I first wrote these articles. I write an article just to share what I've done, and you have no idea what it's going to do in someone else's life, how they're going to receive it and what it's going to do to them. And sometimes I've had stories of people tell me, you saved my father's life. This guy came up to me recently and said, I printed out some of your articles after my father had a heart attack and was in the hospital. And I gave him your articles and they were about slowing down, living a slower life. And he read them and did it. And he started slowing down in his life, and now he's healthy again. And you changed his life and you changed mine, and so I just wanted to thank you. And it blew me away, it gave me chills. And there's nothing that I've ever done that compares to that. Connecting with people like that and maybe changing their life, or maybe they change your life, which they have with me. That's incredibly amazing. It's something we couldn't have done 15, 20 years ago. Connecting with people online who I've never met in person. You guys live out here in England, and I'm on Guam. There's no way that I would ever have met you before in the old world. But in this new world, through blogging and Twitter and all of that, we're connecting with each other in really powerful ways, even though it's not as powerful as meeting in person. When you see someone's face and hear their voice, it's incredibly, it's transformative. But at the same time, you're able to make these connections, and it can transform your life, even though you've never met the person. And that's something that blogging has done for me, is that it's every reader that has read my blog and given me feedback, they might say that I've changed their life, but they have changed my life in ways that I can't describe to you guys. I think some of you guys might have already started to experience that. And I have a warning that it's a very addictive thing. So if you have started to get that feedback from your readers and feel the power of that, just be careful. It might change your life. Thank you.